Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Kimbo here, and it is time for an epic video. So you already saw the first video that I did like this, talking about the first season of the reboot for Bakugan, that being Bakugan Battle Planet, talking about the figures themselves that we got on store shelves, talking about the TCG, and also talking about the anime. You can go and check that out. Spend a lot of time just going through all my thoughts of it and such, and obviously with the first season being in the books, it's now time to shift towards season 2. That being one we're currently on or going into right now, Armored Alliance. Obviously, they making this video. The setting for this video at the current time I'm making it is the very end of January, actually beginning February, now being February 1st, making this video. So yeah, not sure of things that are happening in the future or such. So if it's way in the future of when this video is made, obviously disregard this video kind of, but this is a sort of a speculation video or things that I'd want to see for it. So obviously, things I want to see for Bakugan Armored Alliance. First things first, I'll say this for anybody who doesn't know. I know I say it a lot, but just for those who don't know, because I know people are constantly just being new to the channel and such, which, totally grateful for that. You guys are an army, got the Kim boys in here, totally honored for that. And yeah, but anybody who doesn't know, I did go to the second annual Invitational. I went to the first one, for the first season, and then obviously the second annual Invitational they had this past November, when they started announcing everything for Armored Alliance and, the sneak peek event for everything for this. So, same sort of setup, took us into the headquarters, showed us some of the Bakugan they're going to be putting out, some of the future releases, even some Bakugan they might not be seeing for months. Managed to see them on the shelves and such for display and all that good stuff. Got to see some of the cards for Armored Elite, the first wave of the TCG for this second season. Obviously the figures and such, and then obviously the tournament and all that, and the history books and such. But I will say this is just the fact that Spin Master has these events and invite people and such, that's so totally awesome, man. And I'm just honored that I was even able to go to the first two. If they have a third one, I'm going to be grinding and such so I can get back there, because you already know I go there, try to record as much as possible for you guys and have those moments and create those moments for you guys. I love the game. If it isn't shown by all the tattoos I have, like I said, these aren't rub off tattoos, these are all real. They're gonna be on me for the rest of my life. You can see the darkest symbol right there. I'll show you guys the most prominent ones you can see. New school darkest symbol, old school darkest symbol, Arliss symbol right there. You can see the pirate symbol right there, the new school one. You can see the old school pirate symbol right there. That's how much I love the game. I got literally tats on my body for the game because I love it that much, just saying. But yeah, man, now it's time to get into my thoughts about things I really want to see with this. So I guess we'll start off with the figures themselves and such. First things first, I just love how they have the core and the ultra, variants for the actual figures, which is really sick. They did that for the first season, obviously with this season and such. The designs for these Bakugan, I personally like them. I think a lot of them are pretty dang cool. One thing I really want to see is the flashy openers. I'd say Shrock's Ultra maybe is the most flashy opener for the Armored Alliance Bakugan, at least at this point, you know what I mean? And Nilius kind of too, but I really like seeing the flashy openers, that do crazy flips and tricks and stuff, how Garganoid did for the first season, how Webum did, even how Nilius did the first time, just the flashy openers. I love it when the Bakugan do flips and such when they open. It's just so cool, man. Definitely want to see big time flashy openers like that. I do dig the designs for Armored Alliance Bakugan. They look really sick. And also, one thing I really like thus far is that even with the cores, they're bringing out more details with the cores. They're getting bigger and such and putting more detail even into the cores, not just the ultras. The ultras already have good detail and such. But even the cores, we got Feral being introduced with this, and Feral has a lot of detail. Even how the Cornelius looks, it's so cool, man. So big props, definitely for Spin Master for even adding more detail to the cores, which is really cool. And seeing the detail of the ultras, Nilius Ultra in this season is huge. It's really big, man. They made the wings huge. They made it where the wings can pop out and spread out even more, and the necks are longer. It's got a really big design in this small little marble design, which is really cool. But yeah, So that's one thing I definitely want to see, is just like the flashy openers and such. Definitely keeping up with that with like the ultras and such. One thing I love thus far is how they're revamping like even like the colors for the factions. Like for Pyrus, they're adding more orange with the red. For Darkest, they're adding more of the purple with the black. So it's like really two colors that stand out. Obviously the base color for whatever the figure is, and then the color of the paint, and they're adding a lot of it. And then also Arliss, that's a big one because they made the metallic gold paint on the Arliss figures, which is really, really cool. Also, the metallic silver looks really, really great. That's one thing I like big time because obviously Arliss Brawler, Arliss, Darkest, and Pyrus Brawler, yeah, do I say all in that order? Probably from like my favorite to like, those favorite, but they're all like, I love all of them, all the factions and such. Those three are like my favorites, but like Arliss would probably be number one, Darkest a little bit under, and then Pyrus a little bit under that, but they're all like up there. Like they're all really awesome, and I love playing them big time. But yeah, definitely those are definitely things I love seeing. Like, even like with Chaos, they're adding more turquoise paint on there, more sky blue paint as well with the figures, which is really, really cool. I love seeing those different colors with it. That's really, really sick, and one thing I really, really enjoy about the figures for sure. And like I said, for the future, just want to see like some flashy opening Bakugan, and can't wait to see the future Bakugan they're gonna put out. Also paying homage to a lot of different Bakugan. That's how they normally do. They pay homage and such. How they did with Garganoid. Obviously they Dragonoid before. Even having Dan, and even the voice actor for Drago is the same as like the first era, which is really, really cool. And how they pay homage with that. So like figure wise, yeah. I'd say it's those are like the main things. Also, how they're paying homage with they have Centipod, which pays homage to Centipoid, Cycloid, which Cycloid there was one in the first era, which is really cool, and definitely paying homage like that is really, really cool. I would love to see them pay homage to Helios. I definitely do, because I like Helios. Helios is my boy. This is my boy. Pirates Helios MK2 was my favorite for the first era. And it also came in the second season too, which was pretty cool. But yeah, man, it would be cool if they paid homage to Helios somehow, some way. But yeah, that's one thing that's like I said, those are like the main things I definitely want to see. The things I really like, and the things I'd like to see with the figures themselves, even. So yeah, so got everything out basically with the figures. Now I guess it's time to go into the TCG. So for the TCG, the first wave of it, for this season is Armored Elite. So for Armored Elite, it's really, really cool because they're introducing like dual faction cards, which switch up things big time. They can make it where like B power gets strengthened that much more, or effects get strengthened. Obviously, new effects like Empower and such. Not Turbo. There's another one. But yeah, like Empower being a new one, Rapid Fire being another new one. Really, really cool effects with this, and also the dual faction cards look so amazing artwork wise. Probably already my favorite wave of the TCG because the dual faction cards look amazing, dude. They just look so sick, like you imagine like Aquas and Pyrus having some dual faction cards, like Chaos and Pyrus do, Ventus and Aquas do, just for all the factions. Especially like imagine you incorporate Arliss with it, like Arliss Darkest, Arliss Pyrus, Arliss Chaos, Arliss Ventus. It would be so sick, dude. Definitely can't wait to see like them incorporate Arliss. They definitely have to, man, and I definitely want to see that for sure. But yeah, with the TCG, I'd say the main thing, well, obviously, like distribution and such, keeping up with the distribution, because there's like a thing with Age of Arliss, like still being kind of hard to find in a lot of areas, and some areas having it, but like others not really even having it, even in the US, and then, makes it harder for things abroad. But I guess in the UK is getting Age of Arliss, like some people have been spotting it there, which that's really, really good. Just having the distribution stay up for the waves of the TCG, that's definitely a big time thing, because, there's a lot of people that are in the TCG side, and they might find the Bakugan, but then they got to try and find the cards, but it's like near impossible to find the cards and such. Makes it difficult. And I mean, where I live, I honestly have one Walmart, and I have to get everything online. But yeah, and even like finding Age of Arliss was kind of tough, but I managed to do so. And I'm like, I got to get a bunch of it at once, I'm not having to rush to find stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, just definitely the distribution being like a big thing. So hopefully Armored Elite going out like in big wide distribution, so people can get their hands on it pretty easily and make decks and such. So that's definitely one thing I'd say is like the main thing for it. And just how the TCG is in general. with it, like what I've seen from Armored Elite, because, being at the sneak peek, seeing some of the Armored Elite cards, it's really, really cool seeing like the dual faction cards and like Empower and such like that. Really gonna switch up the game, and even having some cards that stop like both like non-Chaos and non-Ventus. So literally like Ventus and Chaos are the only things that won't get touched by that, but it's 2 costs, and that's pretty wild because that means 4 different factions, like Bakugan of 4 different factions will be stopped by those flip cards, and they're 2 cost, and 3 cost ones for like anything that's non-one faction, which that's still pretty dang good, and it's 2 costs, so those cards will be really useful as flips. So yeah, man, I'd say those are like the main things. And like I said, I really, really like the artwork for this season. I'm super hyped about it. And one thing you notice is over time, they're making the artwork more full art. Like, like for like the elites and such, they're making it more full art. Like Maximus Nilius Ultra from AA, Age of Arliss, anybody who saw it, like, they made it more full art. And they're doing that more and more as time goes along. They're making more full art cards because, like how Pokemon is the full art cards. Like, I definitely want to see that. That full art style, because it makes the elites and such feel that much more special, having that full art style with it, because it's just so cool, man. It looks so good. And you could tell they're definitely working on that, because they're going beyond the borders of the cards and going like towards the actual borders of the cards and just making the artwork really, really pop, which is really, really sick, dude. And that's one thing I really like seeing for sure. But yeah, so I guess that's mainly everything to say about like the TCG and such, like the wave of the TCG, and obviously just keeping up with the distribution and such, because it'll probably be a thing that there will probably be like three waves of the TCG going out this year, because we obviously got Armored Elite going out now. They'll probably release one in like the springtime, and then they'll probably release one like in the fall, which would make sense, So yeah, well, hopefully, around those different times, like the different quarters of the year, or the different thirds of the year, they put out a new one. But yeah, so hopefully they could stay up on that. I mean, it is February now, and hopefully they start putting out Armored Elite, and then the others, like, say like the next wave would be going around like what, like June, July, sometime in the summer, and then maybe like the last wave going out like maybe September, October, or October, November, sometime around that, but just having a set time for that and getting it out there. But yeah, so those are the main things I'd say for the TCG. Now for the show. I went to the sneak peek and obviously seeing the episodes. I'm sure you guys saw like the videos of me like freaking out. Like, I still can't believe they actually had me in the videos, like me from the middle of the woods. Like, holy freaking crap! Like, totally honored, dude. Like, getting that much screen time, even like I still can't believe it. Like, literally, it's been like what, 2 months, 3 months, and I'm still sitting here baffled as truck about it. But yeah, I was shook, and now I can actually talk about it because, like, time's gone by and people have finally gotten the hints of such with it. Thing I love about the show already. There's only been 2 episodes we've seen, and these are the 2 episodes we have to see at the sneak peek, and I couldn't talk about it or anything because obviously, like, they're like, you gotta keep it on the low until like the show actually goes out, until we start showing stuff. But now that they have, I can finally talk about it, and I've been waiting to talk about this for some freaking time. One of the things being that you guys see a Bakugan Brawl. The Bakugan stand animations. Bakugan stand is a thing. It's coming back. Anybody who's an old series fan or a longtime fan of Bakugan knows Bakugan Brawl, Bakugan stand. They do the stand again. Bakugan stand is back, and that got me hyped. As soon as I saw that happen, like with Dan and Drago, I flipped out. They said Bakugan Brawl, and then they said Bakugan stand. I almost jumped out of my chair when I was in that theater. Like, people saw me, they started laughing. They're like, dude, that's hype. And they saw me, they're like, look at Kimbo, he's so hype. I was hype as truck, dude, and I just took the snaps off of my hat. There we go. And I fixed it. Took the snaps off my hat. I got that hype just thinking about it now. But yeah, the Bakugan stand being a thing again. Really, really excited about that, dude. Just paying homage to the old series with that. And that's just really, really sick. Another thing is that with this season, we finally got an Arliss Brawler. We have an Arliss Brawler. So his name is Ajit. His name is Ajit, and he is the guy that owns Feral. And dude, just I can't say like that many details about. Well, I guess I kind of can because they're like talking about the series and such. But yeah, he is the owner of Feral, and we got an Arliss Brawler. So we have somebody who actually owns a Golden Bakugan. So that's gonna be a big time twist with this. It's gonna be a huge twist. To see how it goes forward. So maybe he'll be the first one that has an Arliss Bakugan, but that opens the door for other people to possibly have a Arliss Bakugan as their partner. So we could be seeing more people with Arliss Bakugan as their partners as the series goes along. Ajit's just the first one, you know. But that makes him also really, really special. And I hope he honestly joins the Awesome Ones. And also just saying the Awesome Ones are, after this whole thing with Tico, now called the Awesome Brawlers, which is really, really cool. They're called the Awesome Brawlers now, you know, because they're kind of like now world famous, sort of, you know, because they saved the world and all that good stuff. And anybody who doesn't know, what happened at the end of the last season is that the entire Core Cell network kind of joined with Earth, and they kind of merged together, you know? So literally like Vestroya and Earth, I don't know if Vestroya and Earth fully like merged together, but at least like the Core Cell network completely surrounds the Earth. So literally it's probably like you can set up a drone anywhere in the world and such, and anybody can use the Bakugan and such. But yeah, and then obviously with the brawls, you know, the drone goes up, and then once it goes, like, you know, once you put the drone up, once it goes away, like anything that was damaged gets fixed. And that's one cool thing about the drone, you know, but it covers the world completely. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays into this. And yeah, man, that's basically like the info, at least I know thus far, just seeing this show and such, you know, the first couple episodes, and it's really, really hype. I got so hyped sitting in the seats, you know, there. I was clapping so hard. I was like, oh my gosh, this is wild. Everybody's going to love this, especially the old time fans are going to love this. And people have been seeing the pictures of like the intro and such, you know, for the new season, and they've shown the animation, and it's just so good. I can't wait to see this series, man, because season 1 was great, and season 2, it's usually the second season, they just go wild, and it's that awesome, man, and things really start blowing up for games like this, you know. So this is gonna be really, really sick, dude, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see how things go. But yeah, the things I really want to see for it, honestly, there's some characters I really want to see come back. Well, first things first, Spin Master, I hope they watch this video, you know. I really hope that they make Tico and Apollyon and Artulian, you know, because they definitely deserve it. Like, at least have them come back, maybe give them new forms or something like that, or ball form or something, or have them like come in a cameo, because at least get them made, because those are also Bakugan that people would want to see and would definitely get. I know I personally get them. If there was Ticos in different factions, if there's Apollyons in different factions, if there's Artulians in different factions, I would want to get them all, especially Tico. Tico's one of my favorite Bakugan, for sure, from the first season. Like, I like it a lot, you know, and I always wanted to see it as a figure, and then they're like, it's not happening, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, why? Or at least like the same species as them, you know. I'd be happy with that, even, because yeah, definitely would want to see that. And those are like the main things I'd like want to see, like the big time things on my chest I really want to see. And you know, obviously everything with like the new Baku gear and such like that, you know, some interesting new Baku gear for the Bakugan would be really cool to see. Obviously, like with the TCG going further along, you know, they'll have more Baku gear and such join in, and also more Bakugan join in too. Also, like Simoga, because yeah, it's Simo's Bakugan, and Sibo's my boy, Sibo. But yeah, another thing I really want to see, and I even asked a question about this while we were there. Asked a question about Bakugan, a potential Bakugan movie, for one, a potential Bakugan movie, because I would definitely want to see that, like a big time movie. Maybe they have a special Bakugan in it, because you know how Pokemon has the movies and such, and they introduce like a legendary Pokemon with that, or mythical Pokemon. Maybe have a special movie, have it on DVD or something, and then include like Bakugan that's in the movie, like the special one with it. That would be really cool. I would love to see something like that. I'd definitely pick it up. You know, I'd definitely get that on DVD for sure. I mean, I've been getting like DVDs like Beyblade and Bakugan. I got the whole first era of Bakugan on DVD, and I watch it like a lot because I still love it that much, dude. And I get big time inspiration watching it. And another thing I definitely want to see is Bakugan video game again. You know, because we got them during the first era, Battle Brawlers, like that. The Battle Brawlers game. Oof. It was freaking awesome. Freaking legendary, freaking awesome. And if you got the Nintendo one, it came with a Naga, which was really cool. Maybe even have it where like maybe Tico's the evil in that. Maybe that's where you put out the actual figure of Tico. You know, with that. Or Artulian, or Apollyon, or maybe all three of them, you know, like, for real. Like, that would be sick. Like, you know, get the game and then include like those Bakugan with the game, you know. Oh man, I would love that, and I'd love to play it. Like, get a game for the Switch or something. Get a Bakugan game for the Switch. You bet your butt I'd be getting that. A lot of people will be getting that. So that's definitely one thing. Another thing I'd want to see big time, because I'd drop money for that game. The second they announce that game, I'd be like, shut up and take my money. Take it right now. I don't care. How much is it? Bet. Wallet. Open. You. Money. Hand. Take. Give me game now. Money, yeet. Yeah, all that stuff. Like, I would want that game big time, dude. And I'd be really, really hyped to see that, to see, a Bakugan game again. Like, a Bakugan Battle Planet game. Then maybe make one for, like, down the line, make one for Armored Alliance. There's a third season, another one for that season, fourth season, same thing, with some exclusive Bakugan or something like that with that. That would be really, really sick, dude. But yeah, I guess that's the main thing. And I don't know if, like, I've just seen, like, a lot of people have been finding diamonds and such. I don't know if they're, like, more common. If so, that's not a bad thing at all, because it means people can find diamonds a little bit easier. And obviously a lot of people, like, diamond hunt, all that good stuff. I'm not, like, or some people scalp or such and get a bunch of them. I'm not a scalper. I'm like, I might get one. I'll get one and open one. If I get another one, then, odds are I'm just going to have it, like, put it out to the side or such, or, maybe sell it to somebody, so they can get it themselves, you know what I mean? But yeah, and give it to them for a nice price. I want to, like, charge a bunch for that, because it's just like, nah, But yeah, dude, like I said, those are all the main things I'd want to see. I guess I went through, like, the figures, I went through the card game, and went through the anime and such. Yeah, and definitely want to see just, like, some big time evil and just some wild things happen with the show. Because, the first season got pretty dark. So imagining how it'll go, like, even with this season and further. Ooh, I'm so excited to see it, man. But yeah, man, that's basically everything that I have to say about, the series, about Armored Alliance, the things I hope for, the things that I've enjoyed seeing thus far. The things I really enjoyed seeing, the things I look forward to seeing, and the things I really, really want to see, also when it comes to, like, the figures, when it comes to the TCG, when it comes to the anime, all that good stuff. But yeah, and even have some Bakugan return in the anime, out of nowhere. Like, imagine Trino comes out of hibernation. That'll be really sick. Or Tico comes back out of hibernation. It's actually good this time, and then there's a new evil that shows up. Yeah, maybe one with the V-Virus. I don't know if the V-Virus is destroyed, or maybe, well, at least for now it seems destroyed. Maybe it comes back, or some other thing happens, But yeah, definitely just a lot of things I'm looking forward to, and not sure if Supermaster is actually going to see this video, but if so, like, definitely, yeah. Definitely, like, all the things I've said and such. And I guess one last thing would be, hopefully events like there have been, because one thing that's been amazing is just having all the booths at these events. And last year I was able to go to Anime Expo, managed to save up for that and go to that, and I went off at Anime Expo. Anybody was there that saw me knows I went off. Like, I did. I was getting everything. I was trying to talk to everybody and just do so much there. I was recording constantly while being there. And then obviously the Invitational at the end of last year. But if they have more events this year, I definitely want to try and save up and go to those events for sure. I'd be honored to. I would absolutely love to, dude. But yeah, that way I can get as much coverage for you guys as possible. As much footage and coverage as I possibly can. But yeah. So I guess that's everything for this video, guys. I know some people have been waiting for this video, especially because the first one went out. And yeah, well, you got this one for the second season. Those are my hopes. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, like, my thoughts on everything. If you have your own thoughts or such on things you want to see with the second season of Bakugan, put them down in the comments, man. I want to see your guys' thoughts as well. But yeah, just got inspired to do this video. I'm, like, definitely want to do so. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content, because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, guys, until next time, it is your boy, Kimbo, signing off. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Until then, stay awesome. And Bakugan, bro! I'm up out of here.